Hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold. This is episode 54. This is my Ranger. So, I am going to go over here and hopefully kick the dragon's butt. Well, we'll see. Okay, like I've always said, is to get above wherever he's going to be able to be at. I'm going to take a couple minutes. I tried a little while ago just jumping around down below with the dragon to kill him, but um, my armor is not good enough to do that. I was still taking damage even though I was able to deflect some of the stuff, and I was losing my life way too often. So as a rogue archer, particularly an archer, I recommend hitting him from a distance. Say I'm doing 1,016 in damage with headshots on him. And you can see in the upper right hand corner how fast this lifeline is going down. Alright, I want to get this knocked away a little bit better here. I mean, he's not going to go nowhere, so. There's those 1,000+ points. And that was over 2,000 something because it was 3 arrows and 2 of them hit him crit. And he's down just that quickly. So, rogue, badass, yes. Stranger danger. Oh, sweet. Take a picture. So let's go back to my place. Well, I tell you what, I made a house over at Lake Luma inside of the shroud for this girl. So we'll go over there and then I'll explain to you about my build for this character. Alright, so this is my enshrouded build. So this was full of silver. So with this character, I was very careful about how much I destroyed accidentally. And I was able to mine out 220 something. So, alright. So anyways, this character. Okay, so when I was fighting the dragon, alright, I was using the Prayer of the Flame Scroll, okay, plus 20% to magical damage. Both of my bows do magical damage. I also used the elixir, the blue elixir, which gives you a plus 30% damage multiplier on top. All right. Now it does take 1 minute away from your maximum shroud time, but hey, I really couldn't care less at that point. I did drink a potion of the Flask of the Fell, and then of course this character still has 4 food slots. So I ate a beef stew, okay, which adds +4 to health regen, strength, constitution, +3 to frost. And then my herbal tea for endurance and stamina. The pumpkin soup for the health regeneration, +4 to stamina recharge, +2 to frost resistance. And then the vegetable puree, just because none of those other 3 actually add anything to dexterity. So this is the one that I consumed. Alright, so bows. This is crazy. This is a blue bow, and level 38, power of 50. So it does ice damage as well. So I used that on him. And then I also have the ignited bow, which does fire damage. Wow, I probably should have been using that. Head Seeker. Okie dokie. I do carry a staff. I don't really use a staff, but I also have the Eternal Ice Bolt. Just in case if I run out of arrows. And then I have the Snake Spine Wand, which does blunt trauma damage. Just like my bone arrows. That's what I was using to kill the dragon with, was the bone arrows, because they do blunt force trauma. And then I have a 2-handed Darkwood axe, in case something wants to get in my face. So, and then I have the Celestial Hand Axe. Alright, so my character, Pebbles. And yes, I like the Flintstones. That's the reason why I named her Pebbles. So, gear, she's wearing the Alpine Antler Hood. That's a mouthful for me tonight. +14 to critical strike damage. 16% range critical strike chance. +2 to frost resistance. Okay, the Alpine Antler chest piece. +150 to health. Of course, we already know because I've done the other ones on character builds, and I am using that black chest piece that you get from the blacksmith, because it gives you like 350 or 400 health. But this gives you +60 to stamina and +4 to frost resistance. Gloves, again, I'm wearing the Alpine Antler gloves. Okay, so +8% to range damage, +15% to damage against flying foes. So right there, the poor dragon was getting his butt beat. Then I am wearing the Mountain Shadow trousers. I went with these trousers because of the 112 to health. Adds an extra +3 to health regeneration and +2 to frost resistance. Boots, I'm wearing the Trailblazers because of the -700 to stamina regeneration delay, +4 to stamina regeneration, and +2 to frost resistance. Okay. So, health is 3,662. Mana, 960. Stamina is 1,400. So that's really good. I can last for about 26 minutes in the shroud. My constitution is 15, endurance is 19, which, as a archer, you want high endurance as well as high strength in dex, because that all bounces off of that. Of course, this plus 15, this is also coming from a lot of my gear as well. I get 30% to my healing with everything. 6 seconds revival duration. 10% to revive healing. Frost resistance of 24. Frost resistance duration. I can be in the frosted areas for an hour and 16 minutes before going hyperthermia. Health regeneration is 13. Mana regeneration is 1. And then the stamina regeneration is 65. Okay, critical damage 169. Critical chance is 10%. 26% for ranged attacks. Sneak attack is 900. And then merciless attack is 500. Backstab is plus 40. Skill shot damage, that's like hitting them in the head, is 50%. And then this girl gets another 15% for flying enemies and ranged enemies. My bow adds plus 30. My block ability is only 19. That's probably the reason why the dragon was able to drop me so easily. Parry power was 43. And it's hard to parry when you're carrying a bow because it doesn't work the same way as a shield. I mean, it does, but you just don't get the full benefits as if you had an actual shield in your hand. My magical resistance is 251. And poison susceptibility is down from 100% to only 70% because I am putting points into that tree. Okay, so I have 3 skill points that I can use right now. Alright, but I did take the healer tree so I could have the water of life, which does help. The tank, I took it for the evasive attack, the shiny plates, and the heavy plates. So, that does help out quite a bit. And then the warrior tree, when attacking with a melee weapon. Okay, that's all I'm doing on that one. The athlete, the jump attack, because it's always good. Double jump. And then I went all the way up this tree on the survivor tree so I could have that 4th food slot. But now that I don't have to have 4 foods, I'm probably going to do that away with that. I've been climbing up the Beastmaster tree, Slice and Dice, Dagger Mastery. I don't really do the daggers though, but some of these other ones might be nice for me. And then of course the Ranger tree is a no-brainer for my build. And then the Assassin tree is also good too, because it does a lot of bow damage. So that is it for this evening. And hopefully my build is helpful for anybody who's doing more or less a straight up ranger. Don't cut yourself short though. Make sure you do put a little bit into, like tank or warrior or something like that, so you can fight with different types of weapons. Alright. Have a good evening, everyone. Please hit the like and please subscribe.